Chapter 2.1, quick review, problems 1 through 10, page 182. This section, 2.1, deals with the beginning of polynomial functions, particularly linear and quadratic functions in section 1 of chapter 2. And so that's what we're going to be viewing. And exercise 1 to write an equation in slope-intercept form for a line with the given slope m and y-intercept b. Well, really all we need to do for this is to understand what is our slope-intercept form of an equation. And what is it? Question mark. Well, that's going to be y equals mx plus b. The m is the slope, the b is the y-intercept. So our answer to this problem is y equals m, which is 8, x, which are variable or independent variable, plus b, which is 3.6. And I don't know if this is going to be the easiest problem you're going to have this year, but it certainly has to be a candidate. Next on our problem is 3. In exercise 3 and 4, write an equation for a line containing given points, graph the line and the points. Well, to do like we did in problem 1, we need to know the slope and the y-intercept. What we're going to do is find that. Now, this formula for a slope is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we could label these points thusly. What I'm going to do is kind of work out a graphical organizing form, which is called a 3-column process chart. X, Y. So it's just like a table, but with some room in between to do some figuring. So we have -2 under x, 4 under y, and then our next point is 3 under x, 1 under y. And we're going to find our slope. And our slope we determine by taking y2 minus y1. Well, y2 is 1, y1 is 4, so we have -3. And 3 minus -2 is 5. Not -5. So m is going to be -3/5. Oops. And decimalize, that's going to be -0.6 or -0.6. So, to figure out what the equation of our line is, I accidentally turned off my tablet here. What we'll need to do is take x, mx, we have y equals mx plus b. Remember that? Y equals mx plus b. And m is -0.6, and x is -2, plus b, which we do not know yet, is equal to 4. So we can just work out this equation, and the equation is going to be -0.6 times -2 is going to be 1.2. 1.2 plus b is equal to 4. And if we subtract 1.2 from each side of the equation, we have b equals 2.8. And then we can go ahead and test, use our second point to test. I kind of use some of this space down here, so I'm going to go ahead and write 3, 1, down here a ways. Okay, we'll try 3 equals 1. So we're taking negative 0.6 times 3 plus b, which is 2.8. That should equal question mark 1. Well, we have negative 0.6 times 3 is negative 1.8 plus 2.8 does equal 1. Check. So we know our equation is y equals negative 0.6x plus 2.8. And to graph, if we go to our y-intercept, we come right up here, go up 2.8, which is close to 3, and we have negative 0.6, or we're going to go use a fractional form, negative 3/5. That's going to be a rise of negative 3, so we go rise of negative 3, and we have a run of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is our second point. And we can get a line. I'm going to go use my tool here. Line. There we go. Just kind of draw it like this. That's pretty close. Yeah, that'll be about right. And so, as a last check, we see if our points are on this line, are reasonably close to it. So we go ahead and take this first point, negative 2, 4, negative 2, 4. That's a check. And then our second point is 3, 1. So 1, 2, 3 to the right, over 1, check. So we are sure we've checked this equation every which way. That's our answer. Next, exercise 5 through 8, expand the expression. We'll expand. We're going to multiply out together. So we can go like this. We can rewrite this 20x plus 3 squared as x plus 3. X plus 3. And we can do this thing you might have seen where you multiply. There we have. Have you seen that? And you go like this. It's kind of like a face, doesn't it? Or you can kind of work this out using a box method to distribute as well. Where you're going to put x plus 3 here, x plus 3 here. So x times x is x squared. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 3 is 9. So if you combine the like terms, expand it out, this is going to be x squared. 3x plus 3x is 6x. And then finally plus 9. So that's going to be our answer, number 5. Okay, number 7. We have 3 times 20x minus 6 squared. On this one here, what I'm going to do is use that FOIL method that I just displayed first time. So we have 20x minus 6, x minus 6 here. We're going to multiply all these together and then multiply by 3. So that's going to equal 3 times. We have x times x is x squared. Negative 6 times x is negative 6x. This negative 6 times x is minus 6x. And then this negative 6 times negative 6 is positive 36. And this is going to, combining like terms, we have 3 times 20x squared minus 12x plus 36. So multiplying out, we have 3x squared. 3 times negative 12x is going to be minus 36x. And then 3 times 36, let's see, 3 times 30, that's 90. 3 times 6 is 18. 90 plus 18, that's going to be 108. So this is our answer to problem number 7. Exercises 9 and 10, factor the trinomial. When factoring, the first thing to look for is look for the greatest common factor. Is there a greatest common factor? If there is, that's going to make things a little easier for us. In this case, our greatest common factor is 2. So we can rewrite this expression, 2x squared minus 4x plus 2, as 2 times, what do you multiply by 2 to equal 2x squared? Well, that's going to be x squared. Then 2 times what equals negative 4x? That's going to be negative 2x. And then 2 times what equals 2? Well, that's going to be plus 1. And so basically, we're going to need to factor this guy out here. And to do that, there are a lot of methods. I like using the box method. Kind of as a warm-up, you go ahead and you put the first term, in this case x squared, in the upper left cell of the box, and the last term, which is, all right, so our first term will go here. Our last term is going to go here. And then we know the factors of x squared are going to be x and x. And your factors of 1 are going to be 1 times 1 or negative 1 times negative 1. In this case, we know we have a negative 2x. So we're going to have negative 1 here. Negative 1 times x is negative x. Negative 1 times x is negative x. So reconstituted, we're going to have x squared minus 2x plus 1. Check. So therefore, our factors are going to be, factored form is going to be 2 times x minus 1 times x minus 1, which we can combine, and we can rewrite this as 20x minus 1 squared. About the box method, one thing that's helpful with box method is that there's kind of a self-check. So we've checked it as we worked it out. We have no doubt but what this is the correct answer for us. Anyway, good luck on your even number exercises, and thanks for viewing.